Hello, Uganda and beyond. Welcome to UBC Lunchtime News. I am Brian Tumwine Biarhanga. And to our first story. The Opposition Parliamentary Caucus has adopted a resolution urging members of parliament from opposition political parties to condemn the payment of 100 Uganda million shillings to MPs, a sum allegedly paid out to the classified budget for State House. MPs who have not received the money are being asked to append signatures to a document condemning the alleged payment. Now, while addressing the media, Buganda Caucus chairperson Mohamed Mwanga Chivumbi, who spoke on behalf of the leader of opposition in parliament, stated that any opposition member of parliament who refuses to sign the document will be seen as supporting the passage of the controversial coffee bill and the UPDF amendment. By press time, over 30 opposition members of parliament had already appended their signatures.
You put your ears on the ground, the media, and established that the money was being given out. Now we are asking, there's no way I'm going to move in everybody's home or the leader of opposition or any other and say, have you received? Did you, and do a house check? We don't have those powers. But what we can take on our members is that at least the minimum we can request of you is to testify that you have not taken. 2, there is a new leadership in parliament. That was then, this is now.
As a member of parliament, I joined the opposition caucus today. First of all, we discussed in opposition, as opposition, and agreed to condemn any alleged secret sharing of money, be it 100 million or more. We condemn it, we protest it, and we denounce it. It's uncalled for. It defeats the entire purpose of registration and parliament. Where I come from in Chadondo East, people of Chitezi Landfill haven't been compensated. And some of the victims, the listed 72, require compensation of less than 100 million. Now, when they hear such separate sharing within parliament, it becomes concerning and alarming to the community. We protest it, we detest it, and we deny any involvement. We also call for formal and comprehensive investigation.
I think this is one of the primary ways of beginning or kick-starting the investigations. If you append a signature on this, it is really absurd that they talk in a groupage way, that MPs have been given millions, yet you haven't received any penny. So when I put a signature on this, it is one way of easing the investigations.
I have been here to append my signature on the document that confirms that I have not received, I have not seen any money that has been given out, and I'm not part of the receivers of that money in case it was given, and I will not be receiving that money. As a member of parliament who sits on the budget committee, I do confirm that we have never passed any money as a donation under the parliamentary commission. The budget that we passed was our salary emoluments, our development and all that. We've never had anything to do with donations to members of parliament. I have not seen any money. And all this money from the parliamentary commission comes through our bank accounts. I've been checking my bank accounts the entire week since I got this news to confirm whether it's true, and I can confirm that I've not received any penny on my account. I've not seen any of this money, and I'm still waiting to see. Probably others have got and others are still to get, but I can confirm there is no money that has been given to me, and all the other colleagues of parliament, all the other colleagues, members of parliament I've interacted with, all of them confirm that none has received this money as yet. So I'm still waiting to see what exactly will happen, but I've signed a document to confirm that I will not be receiving any money in case it's to come, because I do not know its source.
Thank you for that report. Now, to our second story. IGAD member states have convened in Entebbe with Uganda's Ministry of Agriculture taking the lead in disseminating the 4th biennial review report. The meeting also includes a dialogue on performance improvement strategies under the Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program. The objective is to address existing challenges and gaps, to explore available opportunities and reinforce commitment through a clear roadmap with agreed upon actions to achieve the intended agricultural targets. We have the details.
Thank you. as we are closing to the end of the Malabo Declaration, and we usher in the Kampala Declaration, which was made in Uganda this year in January, when the heads of state had a summit, a special extraordinary summit. We are now working towards how can we improve the scores, but then also we're looking at what are the areas of policy that can be improved to ensure that we meet the commitments. But not only for the commitments, but also that we can improve the livelihoods of the Ugandans, especially the smallholder farmers. So this Benga review process is one of those processes which we undertake to see how we are performing, how well we are doing for the Ugandan community, and how we are doing for the country as a sector. So among the areas where we have been performing weak has mainly been on the area of fertilizer intake, and we are now trying to assess on what are the challenges there. But one of the areas that has really affected the process has been data.
We are hopeful that with this kind of engagements, and the dialogues, we should be able to highlight where the issues are, where the gaps are, how we can go forward together with the governments and the sector responsible to see that we can advocate for resources in different areas within the government budget, but also private sector and donor funding. And also one of the important things is to look at the data, available data, because I think that's where the challenge has been. We might be reporting less as a country, but yet there's information out there which could feed into some of the things. So largely today, we have no much as IGAD, but to convene the Ugandan team to look at their performance and also to share the performance of the region and other countries so that we can make a comparison and push them in preparation of the fifth year. So that by the time we end this year, 2025, which most of the targets or most of the commitments are supposed to be achieved, we can be somewhere as Uganda.
And now to Kiboga district. Farmers in Kiboga district have received a significant boost through the Hongera Sana initiative under the Office of the President. The program, aimed at empowering local farmers and reducing household poverty, was officially launched with a call for proper use of the distributed agricultural inputs. We have the details.
In Kiboga is set to benefit from a major agricultural support initiative dubbed Hongera Sana, championed by the Office of the President. The launch, held in Kiboga town, marked the beginning of the distribution of essential farming equipment and input such as maize, beans, cowpeas, and water pumps. Speaking at the event, Kiboga Assistant Resident District Commissioner Geoffrey Mutagobwa urged farmers to make full use of the equipment to improve productivity and livelihoods.
Well, I want in a special way to thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, who is also the National Chairman of NRM, through this initiative of Hongera Sana to distribute seedlings and seeds of food crops. We have distributed groundnuts, we have distributed maize seeds, we have distributed soya beans. This is going to enhance food production in Kiboga, but also food production in the country. It will also enhance incomes of our locals.
Muyomba Ashraf, the Hongera Sana coordinator, issued a stern warning to farmers against selling the distributed seeds, emphasizing that the inputs are strictly for planting and improving food security.
We have flagged off the distribution of agricultural inputs here in Kiboga district, and now the next step is to start sending these agricultural inputs to the rightful beneficiaries. We are working closely with the Office of the DISO and the RDC's office to see that every person gets whatever he or she has to get. My appeal to the farmers within Kiboga district is one, to mobilize themselves as well as supporting the initiative so that they can be beneficiaries in this cause.
Rashid Haruna Kikure, from the Office of the President, reaffirmed government's commitment to uplifting communities through targeted support, especially in agriculture.
Major issue here, our major objective is to help the wananchi to fight household level poverty. We are very sure that with this kind of input, we are likely to get a number of production in a number of ways, and people are likely to benefit in a number of ways. The youth to come back to book. Those who have been engaging themselves in criminal activities, house breaks, and other kind of criminal activities, to forget about that, let them come back on board. We have brought these kind of seedlings and other stuff, for people to dig and then yield, because there is a market for each and everything that has been brought here.
As the farming season begins, the farmers of Kiboga are now better equipped to increase food production and improve household incomes. Irene Faith Nantongo, Mike Bakabulindi, UBC News.
And thank you, Nantongo, for that report. Now, Uganda was recognized and awarded at the annual investment meeting Congress in the United Arab Emirates, which concluded on the April 9th, 2025. The awards celebrate top-performing investment promotion agencies from around the world. Now, in Kampala, Ambassador Zake Chibedi brought the award home and officially handed it over to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We have the details.
The Annual Investment Meeting Congress is an initiative of the Annual Investment Meeting Global Foundation, an independent international organization fully committed to empower the world's economy by boosting effective promotion strategies and facilitating opportunities for economic productivity and expansion. This was the third time, as I said before, that Uganda won an investment award at the AIM Congress, and the first time was in 2023. The AIM Investment Awards 2025 were aimed at recognizing the best performing agencies across the world.
And the process is such that a country nominates a company and that company is evaluated. So last year we nominated Modern Group that made it possible for us to win, and this year the nominated company was Temple Steels, and that's the reason we are here to celebrate this achievement. What is important to note is that the government of Uganda has been consistent, and specifically the NRM government, in facilitating investment with enablers such as electricity. You know our journey in as far as electricity generation is concerned. We started off with very little megawatts back in the days. We are now moving in a place where we have sustainable electricity supply, but we need more.
During the Dubai Expo, Uganda attracted foreign direct investments worth $1 billion in areas of renewable energy, infrastructure, tourism, agro-industry, health, and real estate, among others. This was followed by aggressive promotion of economic and commercial diplomacy that has resulted in increased foreign direct investments from the UAE to Uganda from US dollars 1.6 billion in 2021 to 3.5 billion US dollars last year, that is 2024.
And now to our next story. Uganda has taken a major step forward in its pursuit of a sustainable and secure nuclear energy program. The government remains firmly committed to the peaceful use of nuclear science and technology to drive development across key sectors such as health, agriculture, industry, and water management. We have the details.
In line with Uganda's Vision 2040 and the Energy Policy for Uganda 2023, we are making significant strides in integrating nuclear power into our energy mix. Our long-term goal is to develop over 50,000 megawatts electricity generation capacity to meet the future demands. The government of Uganda is steadfast in its commitment to the peaceful use of nuclear science and technology to meet our developmental goals across multiple sectors, including health, agriculture, industry, water management, and of course electricity generation, which is our major point of focus. There's need to prepare alternatives, and that's why we've gone that direction. So equally, with nuclear energy, we must prepare people. It's for peaceful purposes. You can use it for this, for this. Some people even undergo treatments that is based on nuclear, and we don't even know those x-rays and things like that. So no, it can actually help like this, it can actually help like that, and that is what we need the people to understand. Beyond having this plant ready, will people use it? In Uganda, which is quite common. Now we are bringing in nuclear. We have biofuels, ethanol that we are promoting. People still use firewood and charcoal, but what are we encouraging? Let's use briquettes instead. Let's use improved energy saving stoves that can maybe use less charcoal. But we're also promoting LPG, liquefied petroleum gases, that in Uganda we commonly call gas.
Potential. Okay. Despite the early morning drizzle, thousands of young people gathered for registration under the Presidential Skilling Initiative in Kampala. Now designed to uplift disadvantaged and vulnerable youth, the initiative aims to equip them with practical skills and promote job creation and wealth generation. We have the details.
We've started registering this presidential initiative, skilling. Students, they've turned up in a big number because this is a Chikoni Center. I've been in Mulago Center, Nakulabye, Wandegeya. It was massive. And for sure, President Museveni, he thought wisely to make this program because I've seen youth, young boys and girls, they've attended this thing and they've liked it. So upon KCCA to give them at least a break of 6 months without paying licenses. And I will talk to the ED to see that at least we waive them for 6 months.
The Deputy Governor Bank of Uganda, Professor Augustus Nuwagaba, wants the insurance companies to do more sensitization in order to change the public perception of the sector and enhance penetration. Now he urges that although insurance was introduced in Uganda in the 1948, its growth has been extremely low. He made this observation this morning at the release of the Insurance Perception Report in Kampala.
Have not done. If you are an insurer here in this room, what have you not done? You have not educated the people in your industry. Imagine you are in industry, you come and open your shop and you don't tell people what, even the people we know, even the people who are driving taxis. That's why you are saying the Kawempe Maganjo Kagoma guys Kawempe Maganjo, they are telling you even in the car, the stages where the car is going. In economics, the person who is saying guys Kawempe Maganjo Kagoma, those who are not Ugandans, these are the stages of the taxi when you are going at least Kampala northwards. In terms of GDP, if this person didn't come, we don't lose anything. It is called disguised employment. Insurance must clean up your house. Just clean up your house. How do you do it? If I bring my check to the FCU bank, how many minutes do I take to cash my check. This is what the client wants. And the banks have now even digitized it. You just come, you don't even talk to anybody. I think we have realized that. Go there with the biometrics, just put in the machine, it gives a voucher. You wait, counter number 3, in 30 seconds away. What else does the client want? What else do you want?
From the research which has been recently done, are the obvious reasons which we have consistently been engaging the insurance players on. These are the things which we have told the players to work on, and I am happy that to a certain extent, some of them have been worked on, but many of them need to be improved. From the engagements I have had with the players, they are more than willing to change, but their changing might not be as fast as I wanted it, and we want to drum up the support to change. The second point, which is most critical, is that the mainstream government needs also to change on how they perceive insurance and the contribution of insurance to the entire bigger economic space.
Now that's insurance for you. Now viewers, UBC Lunchtime News takes a short break.
The Office of the Prime Minister informs the general public that the country will be characterized by heavy rains from the month of March to May 2025. The public is advised to undertake the following measures to mitigate the devastating impacts of the heavy rains. Clear the drainage channels to avert flash floods. Cover all manholes and avoid walking and driving in flooded road sections. Trim the old or hanging tree branches near buildings and over the roads. Notify the authorities about the disasters caused by the rain in your area. Ensure that school-going children are accompanied to and from school by adults. And lastly, follow the weather updates provided by the Department of Meteorological Services. Please be safe.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibozi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Welcome back from that break. Now, UBC Lunchtime News takes us to Mbarara. Now, Mbarara District Commercial Officer Adams Bwisho has issued a strong warning to both guarantors and borrowers, stressing the importance of fully understanding their obligations, especially the responsibility to repay loans if the borrower defaults. Bwisho says both borrowers and guarantors share equal responsibility for loan repayment. We have the details.
Once you sign for someone, you are signing all the terms and conditions. You are signing to accept that in case this person fails to pay, you are responsible for that loan.
Mbarara District Commercial Officer Adams Bwisho says guarantors must fully understand their financial responsibility, including the obligation to repay loans in case of default. Bwisho stressed that both the borrower and the guarantor are equally liable.
I want to urge members that let them sign for people whom they are sure that they are going to pay. Once they fail to pay, then they are liable and they will always pay. Otherwise, the law is very clear. The borrower and the guarantor are the same.
This was at the 14th annual general meeting of Ruwindi Farmers Circle in Kashari North, Mbara district.
We are happy to note that our membership has increased, our loan portfolio has grown, the shares have also increased.
The Circle chairperson, Reverend Father Dr. Godwin Mohanjiti Ndiebwa, hailed the transparency and accountability in the organization's operations. Mohanj urged borrowers to use funds responsibly and to seek Circle assistance in case of repayment difficulties.
Before one takes out a loan, one must have some financial plan. What is he going to do with the loan, and how is he going to have the loan paid? In case one gets some challenges, it's advisable, instead of running away from the village, to go and reach out to the bank.
The General Manager Asima Moses reiterated the Circle's commitment to working with defaulters to find amicable solutions, and he also praised the success of the parish development model in supporting agriculture and business expansion.
Our members have also benefited in the parish development model, and they have been able to invest in their investments, more especially in agriculture. And they are able
Crispus Adinitwe, Frederick Anyine, UBC News.
The income they
Thank you, Crispus, for that report. Now, in an exclusive interview at UBC Studios, Commissioner General John Rujochi Musinguzi shed light on the Buza Kamisona initiative, highlighting its role in addressing key tax compliance challenges. Mark Wadulo chatted with the Commissioner General and has the details.
I'm coming to you from the UBC News studio, and I'm seated with the Commissioner General. We are going to be introducing a new program called Buza Commissioner. This program is going to be airing on UBC TV live within our news on Monday and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. and you'll be able to interact with the Commissioner General. But before that, this is a pre-premiere, and I would love to share a few insights with the Commissioner General. Commissioner General, first of all, this is the first time at UBC, isn't it?
Not really. I've been at the front line a few times, but I think it is my first time in this very good studio here in this place. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Mr. Commissioner General, one of the questions some of our viewers have been giving us is that if they're small importers, can they import and pay taxes directly to the URA? There seems to be a misconception about how direct we have to interact with the taxman. What would you say about that, and would you share some examples of where this scenario would be best explained?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mark, for that question. And indeed, the viewers who have asked this question, it's very, very pertinent that we address this. Now, there has been a practice in this nation where our small and medium importers, those especially who can't fill a container of goods when they're importing things from China or wherever, are led by consolidators. So they consolidate cargo of many importers and they transport it for them to Uganda. Now, that is a legitimate service, to consolidate cargo and bring it up to Uganda. But the moment these goods reach in the country, every taxpayer should interact directly with URA and pay their taxes. Because in the container, there should be a list of packages, so that you say so many packages belong to importer X, so many belong to importer Y, and each of these can directly come to URA, get their goods verified, get an assessment of how much tax they should pay, and then they pay.
Mr. Commissioner General, allow me to ask, because I know the time I have with you is quite limited here, but as a broadcaster, how do you plan to partner with us to monitor effectiveness? Because yes, we have an audience, and we would like to know that the intention of why you came to UBC is actually making an impact. So from your end on the URA, how do we plan to monitor impact to see that, okay, our message is reaching the people and this is the impact it's making?
Yeah. Of course, we will see this now. First, from the results. When people get answers to their questions, then the next thing will be their response. The response will be either to register for tax if they are not registered, either to increase their level of compliance, which has been lacking due to lack of information. So in terms of results on our side, we will see changes in the numbers on the register, we'll see changes in the collection of tax, we will see even better relations. We normally conduct surveys on what our clients think about us and what they think about taxation. We'll definitely do such surveys to tell us the level of comfort of the taxpayers with tax issues. So there will be many parameters, but I know you also have feelers because you generally speak to the people. When you get out there, you listen and see, is this program being effective? We started this some time back with Bukede, and I can tell you I've gotten the highest commendations from people who read this vernacular paper that yes, we can now feel you are answering the questions that we need. So with UBC now, we are taking it higher, and I think we'll have a positive impact out of this.
A sneak peek of Buza Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We do look forward to the program.
And now to our international news. King Charles and Queen Camilla met Pope Francis at the Vatican yesterday, where he wished them a 20th wedding anniversary. The private meeting held at Kansas City, Martha, was confirmed that morning following the Pope's recovery from illness. A Buckingham Palace statement expressed the couple's delight at his improving health. The Pope, who has been conversing, exchanged gifts with the royals and reciprocated the King's well wishes. We have the details.
With the 4-year anniversary of Prince Philip's death, the private audience took place at Casa Santa Marta.
And now we go on to our sports news. In just 2 days, the Dolphins Swim Club Kampala will host the 12th edition of its junior swim meet. More details in this report.
All roads lead to Kampala Parents School this weekend for the 2-day Dolphins Junior Championships 2025. This year, the Dolphins Swim Club will host 22 other swim clubs, including Vision of Africa from Mukono, as the top best junior athletes gear up to compete for the top honors. Some of the Dolphins youngsters shared their thoughts ahead of this championship.
What I expect in the gala is medals. What I expect is I want to win at least 4 medals.
Dolphins Cup to be the first. Some people will get medals, some will not.
I'm expecting a lot of first swimmers like freestyle and me. My best stroke is breaststroke, backstroke and freestyle, and I can't wait to be there.
This junior swim meet offers an opportunity for the swimmers to showcase their talent with the potential to improve their personal best times ahead of the Uganda Nationals scheduled for July.
Now, viewers, thank you so much for being part of UBC Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for watching, and now we head to Parliament.
Chair, you had around one matter, one or two, to clarify.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. My issue was raised by when anger struck Karamoja. Honorable colleagues, you remember that? And